Hey everybody! Today I'm going to show you how to make your own seamless panties using panties that you already have and love. This pink one on the bottom is the one we just made, and the black and white one is what we used to create our pattern. To create your pattern, you're going to lay your seamless panties out on a piece of wrapping paper and then just trace around. A quick little tip when you're doing this, be sure that you use dotted lines along the folded edges and a solid line around the edges that you'll be cutting. This lets you unfold your panties and be sure that your pattern is going to be accurate. Be sure to leave just a quick little mark on the outsides of your panty lining. I'll show you why in just a minute. Since the front section of your pattern is going to be a little bit longer than the back section, all you're going to do is just fold the entire thing down and then trace a new line. Now it's time to trace the sides and the back of your new pattern. What you're going to do is you're going to hold your fingers on that dashed line that you made on the sides and then just fold your panties out lengthwise. Trace your new pattern, and then when you remove it, you should have kind of a U-shaped piece. Here, I'm outlining my basic pattern with a Sharpie, just so you guys can see it really, really well. Next, you're gonna take out your ruler and be sure that your straight edges are at a perfect right angle. This will make your pattern go together so much easier. One of your last pattern making steps is you're gonna draw a line right down the center front of your panties. This will also be your fold line. So when you cut your pattern out, you'll place this line right up on the fold, and it will make your panties the seamless pattern that we're going for today. Add about 1/4 inch of a seam allowance to the edges that you'll be sewing together, which is going to be the center back and the bottom crotch line. And then you're ready to start cutting it out. I like to mark the center front, center back, direction of stretch, and the fold line on all my patterns so that when I go to recreate them later, everything goes together a lot easier. You might be wondering why we're using gift wrapping in today's tutorial. And my answer is really, really simple. I just wanted to make this as easy as possible and for the most people to have these supplies on hand. So when you watch this video, you'll have everything you need to just make it as quickly and as efficiently as possible. From a video making standpoint, this is a lot easier for you guys to see also, instead of me writing on white paper against a white table. Here, we're just using those little marks that we made at the beginning of this video where the lining in the front of your panties is, and you're just gonna outline with your Sharpie on your wrapping paper the bottom front portion of your panties and then use a ruler to draw a straight line across. When you're cutting this piece out, be sure you place this on the fold as well. Now it's time to cut out your pattern. Place a piece of 4-way stretch knit fabric on a table and fold it in half. Now put your pattern that we've just made on that with the fold line right up against the edge and cut it out. Be sure that your lines are really, really smooth because the edges of this are going to be raw. Now unfold your fabric and place your lining where it's going to match up. You're gonna pin and sew along the long edges, and then when you're done, flip it inside out. You should have a piece of fabric that looks similar to this. If you don't have a serger on hand, you can always use a standard sewing machine with a zigzag stitch. The next step in our project is you're gonna be folding your panties in half again and then sewing down the center back seam. Your last and final step of this project is to connect your crotch seams together and sew along that tiny little edge. And now you've done it. You have a pair of cute little seamless no-show panties. Here's the original, and you can see side by side, they're exactly the right size, exactly the right fit. They're gonna be perfect. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you'd like to see more projects, check out creativefashionblog.com.